So, this is Kami with another video. This one's a little different. People have had different experiences in life. And so, I'm going to tell you a little bit about mine. My life has been hectic. My whole life, and still, I've been medically fragile. And so, since I was a baby, when I was born, my birth mom was very sick. She could not take care of me. And it's not her fault, I know that. So, when I was born, I was born in Florida at a hospital. I can't remember the name of it. And so, I was born at the hospital, obviously, and I don't remember the name of it. But I know I was born in Florida. And I'm the only child my birth mom has ever had and will ever have. And my medical needs we didn't discover till I was about 3 or 2. When I was adopted as an infant. We didn't discover my medical needs till I was like 3 or 2 or 4. I would always bang on the doors to go inside because I have this thing called mitochondria disease. I get hot. I'm like a reptile, my mom says. Oh, by the way, I was adopted as an infant. And I'm like a reptile, my mom says. So, not in an angry or frustrated way, but I also have diabetes. I have several medically fragile stuff. And when I get too hot or too cold, I kind of start having tantrums and get angry and frustrated. And so, we couldn't figure out the reason why until I was like 3 or 2, as I said. When I was that age, when my mom was finally, my adopted mom, said, well, why don't we go to the doctors and see what's wrong? So they found out I had mitochondria disease, which is when I get too hot or too cold, my temperature rises and goes down. So whenever I have a fever, my ears, you have to check one to see what temperature that one is and what the other one is. Because my 2 ears don't have the same temperature when I have a temperature. So, and I've been in hospitals, I think, way more than any other people have been as a child. I've been in and out of hospitals my whole life. And when I was I've always been on IVs. I have a portacath, which is connected to a vein inside my chest. And that's it. I used to have to get fluids called D10, which was sugar because I didn't drink enough sugar. So I would have to have D10, which was sugar that was in fluids, and it would go through an IV that is called a portacath, and it was inside my chest. So when I was about 13, which, by the way, I am 15 now. I'll be 16 January 11th. And when I was 13, I decided I didn't want to use my portacath anymore So I started drinking juice. And when I did, it was like the best thing ever because I didn't have to be stuck with needles anymore. My life. I still have a porta calf, but it's for only really now, only when I'm really sick. I've gone by ambulances a lot of time, been to the hospital, driven to the hospital a lot. I'm very medically fragile, as I said. So that's what I'll tell you today. I'll be back another time. Give it a big thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe down below, please. Bye.